Hello guys, my name is Kaushal Patil and our today's video topic is encapsulation in Java. So let us first discuss what we are going to cover in our today's topic. So today in this topic we are going to cover first of all what is encapsulation. Then we will see how to achieve encapsulation in Java. Then we will move on to benefits of encapsulation, and at last we will see the types of encapsulation in Java. So let us start with what is encapsulation in Java. So basically encapsulation is one of the most important object oriented programming concept, that is OOPS concept. There are total four object oriented programming concept. They are inheritance, abstraction, encapsulation and polymorphism. So today we are going to see only encapsulation. So encapsulation is one of the encapsulation is one of the concept in which is used which is used in Java. So encapsulation is a mechanism in which is used for wrapping the data, that is variable and code acting on that data together single in a single unit is called as encapsulation in Java. In encapsulation, the variables of the variables of the class should be hidden from the other class. It cannot be accessed to the other class. If we want to access then if we want to access then we can access only through the methods of that of their current class. We can access only through the methods of their current class. So encapsulation is also known as data hiding, which is used to hide the data which is used to hide the data. To achieve encapsulation in Java, pro- produce a variable of a class as private, provide public setter and getter method to modify and view the variable values view the variable values. Now the benefits of encapsulation are: the field of the class can be made read only or write only. A class can have local over stored in the what is stored in the in its fields. Second one is data hiding. The user will have no idea about class inner implementation of the class. It will not be visible to the user how the class is storing the values in storing the values in variables. The user will only know how to uh, the user will only know that they are passing the values to a setter method, and variables are getting initialized with value. The next one is increased flexibility. We can make the variable of the class as read only or write only, known on the wish only depend on our requirement depend on our requirement. If we wish to make the variable read only, then we have to omit the setter method like set set name and bracket. And if we want to make the method as write only, then we have to omit getter method, that is get name bracket. This is setter and getter method. Then the next method is reusability. Encapsulation also improves the reusability and easy to change new requirements. The next one is testing code is easy. Encapsulation code are easier to test testing for the testing unit for the testing unit. The standard IDE like Eclipse are providing the facility to generate getter and setter, so it is easy and fast to create an encapsulation class in Java. By using this method, we can easily create the getter and setter method in our program. So let us move on to the types of encapsulation in Java. So the first one is member variable encapsulation. In 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 object oriented programming system, that is OOPS, all data members should be declared as private member. All the data members should be declared as private member of that class. Any object wishing to modify that data or to view that data view that wish to view that data, the value of the data members should use getter and setter method. getter and setter method. You are most likely known this as a data member encapsulation. The second one is function encapsulation. So function in function encapsulation is used only for internal implementation. That is, it is used only in internal implementation of your API. Must always be declared private. So it should be declared as private, so it can be used in internal implementation. Then the third one is class encapsulation. So basically, the class in class encapsulation, the classes used for internal implementation of API, they should be hidden. They should be hidden or hidden. They should be hidden or hidden from your user and made private. So it should be made private. The user could not see it. So in this way, the classes encapsulation is achieved. The major disadvantage of encapsulation is the negative of encapsulation are the influences of the encapsulation. So these are the disadvantages of encapsulation. So let us take an real world example of encapsulation. So basically, as we have seen an capsule, a capsule contain all the drugs inside the body, and the patient does not know that what is work and what it has been contained in it. So similarly, it contain the all the drugs in a single unit. So this is the example of encapsulation. The second example of the encapsulation is a car. In car, the the engine is is fitted fitted or wrapped in a single unit. The user doesn't know that how the engine is working. The user only knows how to drive the car. So this is the another example of encapsulation. So this is all about encapsulation in Java. So today we have covered what is encapsulation, then the types of encapsulation, and how to achieve encapsulation in Java. So thank you.